After 6 seasons of the well-liked unscripted series, I believe that the formula of 1,000 All Sisters should be altered for the 7th season in order to maintain its ability to be interesting and innovative. Do not misunderstand me. I am indeed a huge admirer of the show. My concern is that after 6 seasons, the format that is now being used is beginning to feel a little bit repetitive. Up until this point, the show has mostly concentrated on the weight loss experiences of Tammy Slaton, who is 38 years old, and Amy Slaton, who is 37 years old. However, I would want for the show to broaden its focus to include the other Slaton siblings, who are 44 years old. Chris Combs, who is 44 years old, Amanda Halterman, who is 44 years old, and Misty Wentworth, who is 48 years old. All of the Slaton siblings make an appearance on the show to a certain degree because they are quite close to one another. They ought to be given more time in front of the TV. I am very interested in gaining additional knowledge about Chris, Amanda, and Misty. They each have their own families, and in addition to that, they have all gone on remarkable weight loss adventures. Since the first episode of the show aired in the year 2020, each of the Slaton siblings has undergone bariatric surgery. Despite the fact that Amy and Tammy should always be the show's major characters, I believe that the storylines of 1,000-Pound Sisters, Season 7 would be improved if they were expanded to include the lives of the other Slaton siblings. The adventures of Amy and Tammy are very entertaining. There is no way that anyone could ever accuse the stars of the 6th season of 1,000-Pound Sisters of being less than amusing. They weighed a total of 1,000 pounds when the first episode of the series aired, which is where the program comes from getting its name. Amy weighed more than 400 pounds as she struggled to achieve a state of health that would allow her to have children. Keach and Glenn Halterman are Amy's 2 healthy kids, both of whom she had after undergoing bariatric surgery and shedding a total of 150 pounds. Additionally, she is currently in a new relationship at the moment, having divorced her husband. Not everything went according to plan for Tammy's adventure. During the premiere of 1,000-Pound Sisters, she weighed more than 600 pounds, and she went on to gain considerably more weight later on. When she was at her heaviest, she weighed 725 pounds. She experienced a remarkable weight loss of 500 pounds after undergoing bariatric surgery. She was also married, however, she ended up losing her husband. She recently made the announcement that she was ready to begin dating again, but that she would only be dating women. This came after she had been single for a considerable amount of time. The narratives of Amy and Tammy can only take up a certain amount of screen time, and I believe that it is time to broaden the scope of the show's focus. Fans have got to know Chris, Amanda, and Misty over the course of the years, but I believe that they would be interested in learning more about them. Chris has tied the knot with Brittany Combs, who is 36 years old. With his first wife, he has had 2 children, and he also has 3 grandchildren. Despite the fact that Misty is a contentedly married woman with 5 children, her family is never featured on the show. It is possible that Misty's family does not wish to be involved, but Chris's family does make appearances on occasion, so they are not opposed to the idea. 3 months and a lifetime to go. Amanda, a member of the Slayton family, is a really amusing individual. Due to the fact that she was going through a divorce at the time, the fiery mother of 4 did not even make an appearance on the show until the 4th season of 1,000-Pound Sisters. As time has progressed, she has been involved in a number of fascinating relationships and has experienced more than her fair share of drama. Amanda has just recently made the announcement of her new relationship in a TikTok video. It was a photograph of Amanda and Leonard E. Moore, who had recently become her boyfriend. 3 months and a lifetime to go, she said in the description along with her photo. It is my opinion that Amanda's romantic life alone should receive more screen time.
Amanda recently made a comment that suggested the show had a future, despite the fact that the scheduling of the 7th season of 1000 Olb Sisters has not yet been announced. Amanda was asked by a fan in the comment area of a recent question and answer session on Instagram whether any of the Slayton siblings had actually undergone the skin removal surgery that they desired. Amanda said that due to the non-disclosure agreements that have been signed by all of them, they were not permitted to say anything. "But please stay tuned," remarked Amanda in response, "because the best is always yet to come." It seems to me that Amanda's comment regarding the show indicates that she believes it will be returning. Ms. Slaton, Tammy, at the age of 38, 500 pounds were shed. A. Slayton, Amy, 37.5 years of age, 169 pounds were shed. A. Combs, Chris, 44.0 years of age, 150 pounds were shed. It is Amanda Halterman, 44.0 years of age. She shed 31 pounds. Theresa Slaton Wentworth Misty, at the age of 48, she shed 74 pounds. This is Brittany Combs. At the age of 36, who knows? When the first season of 1000 Elb Sisters premiered on TLC, viewers were immediately introduced to Tammy and Amy Slaton, two sisters who struggled with morbid obesity, dealing with not only their health issues, but also the complex dynamics of family, self-image, and mental health. As the show progressed, the audience became increasingly invested in their stories, with both sisters revealing their vulnerabilities, their victories, and their battles. For many, the show became a poignant exploration of the ups and downs of living with extreme obesity and the path to weight loss surgery. Now, after 6 successful seasons, the show has undoubtedly captured the attention of a loyal audience. However, after watching the seasons unfold, I've come to a realization. 1000 Elb Sisters is overdue for a format change, particularly in Season 7. As the Slaton sisters continue to evolve, both personally and physically, it's clear that the show's structure needs a fresh approach. The reality is that the show might need to give equal space to both Amy and Tammy, as well as potentially shift the way it focuses on their individual journeys. The evolution of Amy and Tammy. Amy and Tammy Slaton have become household names, each with a unique and compelling journey. In the earlier seasons, Amy was portrayed as the more successful sister, undergoing weight loss surgery and making impressive progress. In contrast, Tammy's journey was more complicated. Struggling with binge eating, emotional issues, and health complications, Tammy's path seemed more challenging, and her development was slower. Viewers found themselves rooting for both sisters in different ways, with Amy's optimism contrasting against Tammy's resistance to change. As the seasons have gone by, the sisters have changed both physically and emotionally. Amy, after having weight loss surgery, has become a mother, with the show documenting her pregnancy and the challenges that came with her new role. She's been open about the difficulties of maintaining her weight loss while navigating motherhood, creating a more relatable and multidimensional storyline. Tammy, on the other hand, has also made progress, but her journey has been more volatile. She has faced several setbacks, including emotional breakdowns, failed weight loss attempts, and difficulties with her relationships. This dynamic of contrasting success and failure has been a central theme of the show, and it's a storyline that has kept audiences engaged. However, as the show continues, it feels as though the emphasis has largely remained on Tammy's struggles. While this focus has been crucial in highlighting the complexities of her journey, it's also made the show feel unbalanced at times. Amy's journey, though still central to the show, has been overshadowed by her sister's difficulties. She's grown as a person, but the storyline rarely shifts to focus on her achievements or the real challenges she faces as a mother. It's as if the show, for the most part, has dedicated more airtime to Tammy's struggles with weight and addiction, while Amy's growth is relegated to a secondary storyline. This imbalance might have worked early on, but it's beginning to feel like a missed opportunity for the audience to witness both sisters' evolving dynamics in real time. The unbalanced focus, why it's time for change. The primary issue with the current format of 1000 Alb Sisters is that it heavily favors one sister over the other. This structure has worked in past seasons, but as the show progresses, it's becoming clear that the dynamics between the two women need to evolve. Tammy's weight loss struggles and personal battles have been the main narrative driver, while Amy has been a supporting character in her own right. While it's natural that the show would highlight Tammy's journey, as it's been the more tumultuous of the two, it's also become repetitive. One of the show's strengths has always been its ability to delve deep into the personal and emotional aspects of each sister's experience. And by focusing so heavily on one person's struggles, the show is missing an opportunity to present a more holistic view of both women. Amy's story is equally important and is deserving of more focus, especially now that she's balancing her new role as a mother, her continued health journey, and her relationship with her sister. In addition, the show's long-standing formula of highlighting Tammy's ongoing difficulties risks pushing viewers into a narrative rut. While many fans are invested in Tammy's progress, the constant cycle of setbacks, hospital visits, and struggles can feel repetitive. Tammy's health is clearly still a concern, but the show should be able to explore her growth, setbacks, and lessons learned in a way that doesn't rely on the same format every time. Without diversifying the narrative, 1000 Elb Sisters risks becoming formulaic and losing the fresh appeal that made it so compelling in the first place. Introducing a dual narrative, giving both sisters equal screen time. A key reason why the format of 1000 Elb Sisters should change is to address the need for balance in storytelling. Both sisters have come a long way since the show began, and it's time for the series to give equal weight to both of their journeys. The spotlight should no longer be divided into Amy's successes and Tammy's struggles. Instead, the show should focus on how each sister is navigating her own path, addressing not only their weight loss, but also their evolving relationships, mental health challenges, and personal growth. The concept of giving both sisters equal time could be implemented in several ways. First, the show could split its episodes into two distinct storylines, one focusing on Amy's life and the other on Tammy's. This would allow both women's stories to be fully explored without the overshadowing dynamic that currently exists. For example, we could follow Amy's journey as a mother, dealing with the pressures of maintaining a healthy lifestyle while raising her son. At the same time, Tammy could be shown making strides in her weight loss journey, working through her emotional issues, and attempting to rebuild her self-esteem. This shift in format would also allow for more organic crossovers between the sisters' lives. In previous seasons, the two women often interacted, but the structure of the show didn't always allow for in-depth exploration of their relationship. With a more balanced approach, the audience could see how their individual growth impacts one another, creating a richer narrative. For instance, Amy's success in motherhood could motivate Tammy, while Tammy's struggles might challenge Amy's patience. This type of interaction would not only benefit the sisters' storylines, but would also add a layer of complexity to the show's family dynamics, expanding beyond the sisters, a holistic approach. Another critical aspect of changing the show's format is broadening the focus beyond just the sisters. While the Slaton sisters are undoubtedly the central characters, it's clear that their lives are shaped by many factors: family, friends, and even their communities. In previous seasons, family members like their mother, Darlene, and their brother, Chris, have appeared on screen and offered support or critique. But these characters haven't received the attention they deserve. A fresh approach would involve expanding the narrative to show the impact of Tammy and Amy's weight loss journeys on the entire family. For example, how do their loved ones cope with the emotional toll of their struggles? How do Amy and Tammy's relationships with their parents evolve over time? What role does Chris, as a major support system, play in their development? By involving more of the family, 1000 Elb Sisters could offer a more rounded portrayal of how obesity affects not just the individual, but everyone involved. These family dynamics could add an emotional depth to the show, as viewers would get a fuller picture of the Slayton sisters' lives. In addition, the show could start to incorporate more professional guidance. While weight loss surgery has been a key component of the show, there hasn't been enough focus on the mental health aspects of weight loss. Professional therapists, counselors, or even weight loss coaches could provide valuable insight into the mental and emotional challenges that come with weight loss. A more well-rounded approach to their journey could not only help the sisters, but also serve as an educational tool for viewers, offering insight into how to navigate difficult mental health issues and life changes. The need for real change. Why 1000 Elb Sisters needs to evolve. Ultimately, the need for change in 1000 Elb Sisters boils down to the fact that the format has become stagnant. The show's original success came from its raw and authentic portrayal of Tammy and Amy's lives, but as they continue to grow and evolve, the series needs to grow with them. A fresh narrative that gives equal time to both sisters' journeys expands the focus beyond the immediate family, and brings in professional expertise would reinvigorate the show. As fans, we want to continue watching the Slaton sisters. Their journey is inspiring, but it's time to see more than just Tammy's struggles and Amy's occasional triumphs. Both women have stories that deserve to be told in their entirety. They have each carved their own paths, and it's time for the show to reflect that evolution. By giving both sisters their due attention and exploring their lives more comprehensively, 1000 Elb Sisters can continue to be a powerful platform for change and inspiration, all while keeping the format fresh and engaging for its loyal audience. Tammy and Amy Slaton have proven time and again that they are more than capable of carrying 1000 Elb Sisters. Their individual journeys have captivated audiences, but now it's time for the show to adapt to their growth. By shifting the focus from one sister to both, creating a more balanced narrative, and introducing new perspectives, Season 7 has the potential to be the best yet. It's time for the sisters to share the spotlight equally, and in doing so, 1000 Elb Sisters can redefine what it means to live with obesity, offering viewers an honest, compelling, and multifaceted view of their lives.